So now I'm at Emojipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I just can't, like, the symbols next to the description. I was like, oh, interesting. Woman feeding baby. So it's got a woman and a baby bottle. But if there's a woman in a veil, it's the picture and then the female sign. And if it's a man in a veil, it's a man with the male sign. I don't know.
Right. So those are the emoji that you would combine to make that emoji happen. Does that make sense? Like they're
like a sequence.
Right. And the other thing is when you're on Emojipedia and you're wanting to see, for example, like I'm looking on my Mac right now.
Okay.
And smiling face with tear.
Yes.
It just has a blank box next to it because I do not have the updated emoji installed on this computer. But if I were looking on my iPhone, since I do have my most recent update installed, I would be able to see that emoji.
Okay.
So have you ever received emoji from someone before and there's just like a box with like a question mark or whatever?
Not from Apple people. Or I will tell you when I get something, when you're reading it on your watch, I'll get a weird emoji. And then when I look at my phone, it's the actual emoji.
Right, because so the iPhones just got the 2020 emoji just within like the last week.
Okay.
And so it makes sense that if you're getting emoji from someone else on an iPhone, if they have a similar software update installation frequency as you, that you'd be okay. But then if you have someone that's on an Android phone that maybe got the emoji earlier, like I'm not sure who got this latest round of emoji first.
Okay.
That an early adopter might send you some emoji that you have not installed yet.
Okay, so I just did the update on my phone. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Which one are you looking at?
The smile with a tear.
How's it look?
It's cute.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Okay, hold on. I'll
pull out my phone here and look at this. This thing just prompted me for terms and conditions. Like, hey, new terms and conditions for your watch. Like, come on, I'm trying to do stuff here. I'm trying to look at the new emoji.
Come on.
Now's not the time.
Come on. I don't got time for that disguised. I kept seeing disguised and seeing it as disgusted. And I'm like, don't we already have that one? Disguised face. Oh, that's cute. It looks like a little Groucho Marx.
So do you have any favorites in there?
I'm looking because I couldn't see them on my screen. Oh, okay, yes, I do. I do have a new favorite. The pinched fingers. And it means like the Italian, like, that's a good meatball. Like, that's what the pinched fingers mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a great voice, Kate. You've been working on that one.
We say it a lot. That's a good meatball. Yeah.
So, new emoji. Pretty exciting stuff.
New emojis. It's just now I have to remember how to create them.
How to make the man in tuxedo happen. How to make a woman in tuxedo happen.
Yes.
Now, I was looking ahead to next year. So, first off, the pandemic has delayed some future emoji. Believe it or not.
Oh, man.
And one of them is the woman with beard emoji. I'm not going to be able to get that one until next year.
Man. Woman. Okay.
Woman with beard.
Woman. Whoa, man. But you could do a polar bear. Oh, that's so cute. You just do the bear with the snowflake.
Yeah. There's a screwdriver. It's interesting that, we could play a game of what's a new emoji and what's an old emoji, and there'd be some that are like 10 years old. And then there would be some that just came, like screwdriver emoji. I find that fairly shocking that there wasn't a screwdriver emoji
I felt
before.
like there was.
And like a carpenter's saw, so a more specific saw.
Okay.
Now, looking ahead to next year's emoji again, it's almost all just like skin tone variations.
Yeah.
Like more combinations available that are coming next year.
Okay.
And then the other ones that aren't like that, like face exhaling, face with spiral eyes, face in clouds, heart on fire, mending heart, and then we're into woman with beard, and then skin tones is the majority of the rest of the stuff. So,
did you scroll down to see the most popular emojis?
What do you mean?
Well, they've got the related emojis, then it's got categories like smiles, animals, food, drink, like what's at the bottom of your phone. But most popular must be the most popular emojis that are used.
Probably currently, I don't see this on my page, what you're referencing, but it's probably, yes.
Number one is red heart, Matt.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I see it there.
Okay. Pleading face. You ever throw the pleading face out there?
Yeah, it's a good emoji, yeah.
Sparkles. I don't do the sparkles.
Yeah, got kind of like stars in the sky.
Matt, face with tears of joy. I didn't think that was tears of joy. I just thought that was laughing and crying. So apparently laughing and crying is the sideways face with tears.
What do you mean sideways face?
I send it to you all the time. I use that one a lot. Hold on. Sideways.
Oh, it's like more, it's like tilted. It's not complete. You say sideways. And
I say tilted. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Like head to your side.
No, you just said sideways, clearly.
I clearly did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tilted would be the word we were looking for, Trebek. My bad. Yeah. My bad.
Come on.
I know. Word problems. Yeah.
And then so smiling face with tear is number 5 right now.
Right. And that's one of the newer ones.
Which currently shows up as blank on my MacBook Pro.
Fire, like I only use a couple of these emojis. Okay. Fire is one of the top ones. Smiling face with smiling eyes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Smiling face with hearts. I use that one a lot. And the last one, bubble tea, which mine is blank. So I'm going to have to click on that and see what that means. Open.
Yeah. Bubble tea is also new. So yeah, if you end up on Emojipedia and you want to, which is a great website, if you end up on Emojipedia and you want to see what the new emoji look like, once you click on the description, so if you click on smiling face with tear, for example, it will show you a illustration of it, what it will actually look like, even if you don't have the emoji installed on whatever device. So you can see what the emoji will look like eventually once you click on through.
And because it's Emojipedia, it gives you the history behind said emoji. Like this bubble tea is it's a tea-based drink invented in Taiwan. Flavored milk, sugar, commonly served with tapioca pearls, also known as boba. Plastic cup, wide straw. Approved and added in 2020. But screwdriver is new. That's weird.
Right, and once again, screwdriver being the thing that you use to screw things, not the beverage.
Not the drink. Not the drink. That's cool, Matt. Thanks for telling. Now I've got a new time waster on my hands.
What's that? Scrolling through all the emoji and deciding what to send? Or
yes, Emojipedia. I'm like, now I can do a little emoji research.
Yeah, Emojipedia is really a great resource. Plus, you can copy and paste emoji. If someone sends you an emoji, you're like, what the H is that emoji?
What?
You can copy and paste it into Emojipedia and get a result.
Well, handy dandy.
Oh, yeah, good old Emojipedia.
How did I live this long without Emojipedia in my life?
Well, this pleases me to be the one to introduce you to it, Kate.
I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I think we both made each other's days today.
That was nice.
Yeah, I feel like that was sweet.
That was sweet.
Okay, anything else about emoji, Kate?
I don't think so.
You have any good emoji game recently?
Well, constantly when my kids text me from the iPads, or the iPad when, like, if I have to be gone for a while, I'm like, if you need anything, text me. And it's usually just conversations with emojis or GIFs. So,
had I sent you that woozy face? I'm looking at because you texted me the ruffling so hard crying face emoji, the tilted crying emoji,
right?
And I saw that I recently sent you the woozy face emoji.
That's woozy face?
That's woozy face. I sent you? I guess I don't think I'd sent you that one before.
I don't think so.
I was kind of disappointed when I went to my most used emoji and it wasn't there anymore. I was like, oh, I need to start using this woozy face again because I think it's hilarious.
I would never say that that's the. If I had to describe it, I wouldn't be like, that's definitely a woozy face.
Yeah, Emojipedia describes it as woozy face. A yellow face with a crumpled mouth and a cock-eyed expression, as if tired and emotional from inebriation or smitten with love.
That's a fantastic description.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Depicted with raised or furrowed eyebrows and at least one eye half open, WhatsApp's design features a tongue hanging out. Meaning widely varies, but commonly conveys intoxication or infatuation.
Okay, now what prompted that? I'm looking at the conversation that we were having with the woozy face. Now, what prompted the woozy face?
So you had told me, hey, we need to do such and such at a different. We were doing a scheduling thing, and I said, aren't we supposed to do something at this time this day? And you're like, no, what are you talking about? And then the day kept approaching, and I was like, I could have sworn that we were supposed to do this.
And I was racking my brain. You were like, are you sure? Because you didn't know about the walkthrough that happened earlier in the week, and you were like on it. I'm like, that's really weird. I didn't even have to tell him. He was already planning on it. And so I knew there was something. And the more you said it, I was like, oh, gosh. And somebody said a certain day, and I'm like, do I have anything that day? And then I got a reminder email last night, and I was like, oh, yeah, Matt, this is why. You're so right.
Right. And then so I go, I feel less nuts now when you told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, I feel more nuts now. Thank you. And then I responded with the woozy face emoji. Because to mine, it was like, duh. Like,
have another, Kate.
Kind of a nuts face. I don't know.
That would be an unfortunate emoji right there.
Nuts face?
Oh, gosh. No, it was making me crazy that I couldn't think about it. But at the same time, I couldn't know what I was thinking about. So I was like, I'm dropping the ball somewhere. So somebody will tell me.
It's really hurting my brain. It's like, I could have sworn, Kate, that we're supposed to. All right, whatever.
Oh, man. Matt to the rescue.
Oh, yeah. That's what I do.
Matt to the rescue. So I discovered something new, Matt.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's exciting.
And I shouldn't say something new. I bet you it's not new. It's just new to Kate. Have you heard of caffeinated water?
I have not, no.
Okay. I bought a bottle thinking, we'll give it a shot. I definitely notice a difference. Like usually when I want to close my eyes that in the afternoon and like give myself a little bit of like 20 minutes, I did not need that yesterday.
And it was because you were drinking caffeine water?
I don't know. I think it's because I got some caffeine in my day. Like I don't always get, like I don't go for a pop every day so that I could stay awake. My vitamin drink, I drink it so early in the morning. But yesterday I didn't have my vitamin drink. And I also bought like a liter of this caffeinated water and I wasn't sure about it. So I only did like half of it. And I noticed quite a difference from half the bottle. And I poured the other half in my water this morning. So I don't know.
Huh? So this is, I'm like, huh? Yeah, great use of words, Matt.
120 milligrams of caffeine per bottle. And it just says hydrate caffeine water, 0 calories, 0 sugars, 0 proteins, tastes just like water. And I drank half of it yesterday and I've got the other half in my cup today. And is it a mental thing, Matt? Am I just liking it because, or do I think it works just because I'm told it has caffeine in it?
Okay, so how many ounces in the amount that you had then, or how many ounces in the whole bottle, I guess, because you said you had half that?
Yeah, so 1 quart, so half a quart.
How many ounces?
33.8. So let's just say I had 16 ounces yesterday.
Okay. I'm asking this because I searched Google for caffeine in Coca-Cola. So how much caffeine in your deal there?
120 milligrams caffeine.
So in a 16-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola, Kate, there are 39 milligrams.
Okay.
And so in the bottle you have, there's like 3 times that much?
So in a 16-ounce serving, I got 60 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, so basically it's like time and a half what a Coke would be, caffeine-wise.
Well, shoot, I'm going to buy a 6-pack of these suckers.
And I think it is pretty well proven that caffeine does work. I don't think it's just a placebo.
Okay.
So,
well,
Man, have you thought you don't like tea or?
I don't like hot drinks. So
You can iced tea.
I can do iced tea, right? I'm not going to brew my own tea. I mean, I shouldn't say that. If I'm making iced tea, you have to make it in bigger quantities, right? Like, let me think this through with you. Right?
Well, no, you get like a tea bag that you would put in just a cup of tea. You can pour that hot tea over ice. So you don't have to make that much tea.
Right. So that would be like a coffee cup. But if I'm doing like a big old tumbler, I'm just going to water it down, right?
You can make it as strong as you'd like.
Okay.
So you could throw two tea bags in there or something if you wanted to, or three.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I did notice that I was filling up my cup a whole lot more yesterday. So I don't know if that was enough that is like, oh, it's making you thirstier. I don't know. I don't hate this idea.
I guess I'm a little bit thrown by your reliance on
Caffeine?
well, not caffeine, but like chemically derived products, I guess. That's the word I'm like, not natural, because like you've got your.
Well, that's what my vitamin drink is. It's a natural caffeine. It's a natural vitamins and.
But it's still like some kind of synthetic product, though, right? It's not like you're drinking broccoli or something. I don't know. I'm doing a horrible job.
I know. And one of these days I'm going to have one of these days I need to have the bucket. Like I can go get the bucket in front of me to tell you all the stuff that's in it.
Well, I think that's my point is that I'm surprised that you're not actually just like eating the foods and drinking the drinks that naturally have the stuff in them.
Because there's so much of it. It's like 500% of your natural or your daily values of XYZ vitamins. Unless I'm popping a pill, there's no way I'm going to get that much vitamin from a serving of broccoli. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, it's just like, okay, are we really supposed to have that much of something? I don't know.
Isn't that better than nothing? Not having it at all? That's kind of, back in the meal prep days and when I was chopping vegetables all the time, maybe, but I still don't think I was ever getting the amount I needed.
For whatever reason, I envision you being someone like, I don't know if I want the manufactured, in scare quotes, vitamins and manufactured caffeine when I can have them naturally occurring through like fruits and vegetables or like tea or coffee. You know what I mean? Like less chemically derived. Not made in a lab type stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say you're some kind of hippie or something.
Definitely not a hippie. Definitely not a hippie. I am also on the, I've got a strong foot in the camp of make it fast, make it easy. Just instead of, taking the time. Like I don't know. There's lots of DIY. Like, my brain is swirling on the things that people do so well. So why do I need to try to recreate if it keeps the sanity of not trying to recreate it myself and the time? Does that make sense?
Well, for example,
fried chicken isn't a good example. Fried chicken's not a good example, but it's one of the things that like my father-in-law would always give me a hard time. Like, you need to learn how to fry chicken. I'm like, why do I need to learn how to fry chicken when I can save myself the time and trouble and probably sanity to just go and purchase it to provide it for my family? Like, why do I need to have the freezer full of vegetables or pay for this is sounding bad because it is not cheap to eat right, to have all of those vegetables at my fingertips when I can just grab a scoop out of the pantry, drink it in my water, feel good. And I know I can't say that it's the reason that I lost all the weight that I did in the beginning, but I know that I couldn't have done what I did without that boost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just think all in all, if you're able to eat the vitamins or whatever that you need, that overall, a head of broccoli is going to contain a lot more other things in general and add fiber and that kind of stuff as opposed to what a powder can do. They're supplements. They're supplements. They're not replacements.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. I'm just
Right.
meh.
Cheers.
Cheers. So you could just go Jesse Spano and have.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Yeah. Don't you worry you're going to turn into that?
No.
Why don't you just have caffeine pills?
I think that's probably more than I needed. Like, if I would have had this whole bottle in one day, Matt, whoa. I was pretty proud of myself for just chopping it in half. But I definitely think I need the boost. I don't know. Are you going to shame all these coffee drinkers out there? I don't drink coffee, so...
No, because coffee is naturally occurring caffeine, is the point,
Okay. So once again, the caffeine in my vitamin drink is a natural occurring caffeine. I'm just going to bring in my bucket, and you can look at my bucket.
Yeah, bring me in your bucket of caffeine.
Bring in the bucket.
Does that not sound
Bring
scary?
in the dead. No.
Would you like some of this bucket of caffeine?
Sounds delicious. Is it chocolate? No.
A
just kidding.
bucket?
Matt, I was kidding. It's a container with a screw-on lid, and I call it a bucket. It's not like the bucket of chicken or I don't know why I keep got chicken on the brain today.
It's like a liter bottle or something?
No, it's like a container, Matt. I can't. Why words are hard today?
It's a container of liquid?
No, it's a powdered substance.
The caffeine?
The vitamin drink.
Oh, the vitamin drink. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty over that vitamin drink for sure.
Oh, okay. Nice of you to give me the memo.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it in.
Oh.
I'm very, if you can't tell, I'm very skeptical of this vitamin drink.
I know. And of all the stuff that you do or that you eat or that you're going to be all judgy about my vitamin drink, that I'm like, keep drinking your tea, man. Enjoy.
I eat lots of vegetables each and every night. The big old to-do. And I understand the desire to replace that. So
yeah,
that's what my skepticism over whether you can replace that with some kind of bucket O powder. Mm-hmm. I think is warranted when you think about it that way. Maybe not. I don't know.
Right. Everybody stop taking your vitamins. Matt thinks you need to go and spend like millions of dollars on produce and stop taking your Centrium. Okay. Don't do it.
Well, I think actually multivitamin. Yeah, I think even that one's a contentious deal. I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Because Starbucks makes a killing off of serving black coffee, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Just black. Nothing else.
They make a lot of money doing that. Yeah, they make a lot of money dolling them up, too.
That's true. Yeah. Just slapping that logo on it, and it's cha-ching.
Yeah, I think the margins on all their beverages are pretty large. This caffeinated water.
It's a Great Value brand, and I found it next to the water with electrolytes. That's another thing, Matt. Should I not be drinking water with electrolytes in it? It's better for you than Gatorade.
Well, yeah, but once again, couldn't you just be having whatever food items contain?
Once again, shouldn't you just be drinking 50 gallons of water? Then you don't need electrolytes. You're hydrated enough, right?
Well, yeah, potentially.
And if you don't lose any body fluids, like number 1 or number 2 are vomiting, then you don't need to replace any, right?
Well, I actually am curious. Like, okay, something can have X number, some kind of powder vitamin deal or a multivitamin can have X number of vitamin C units in it, whatever. And how much of that are you actually absorbing, and how much are you just passing? What if you take your multivitamin on an empty stomach? Does that count?
I could never
just eat 10 heads of broccoli because of the one Centrum that you took?
Yeah, you did.
Nope. Not at all. Oh. Anyway.
Gritting teeth emoji. I thought, how do I describe what's happening right now in my brain?
I do like gritting teeth emoji. Yep. Good call.
That is a good one, right? That is a good one.
It's not as good as clown, but it's up there.
Oh, gosh.
I can't believe I haven't sent you this clown emoji yet. Have I never sent you the clown emoji?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
No, it's really okay. Now, every time I text you and be like, please don't send the clown. Don't send it.
Well, I got to save the clown emoji for a special occasion.
Right. She'll never see it coming.
Right. But woozy face, I'm fairly certain there will be plenty of opportunities to use that on you.
Well, I love that I now know the name. Woozy face.
Great. See, that's what's great about Emojipedia. Once again, someone sends you a text message like, oh, I wonder what that face is called. And just tap and hold to copy it, and then paste it into the old Emojipedia.
And there she is.
Right. And I know for certain you can paste it directly into the DuckDuckGo search engine.
Okay.
Which is a good replacement for Google if you don't want a company to have a whole bunch of search history on you. DuckDuckGo just remembers your history for the period of time that your web browser is open.
You sound very paranoid when you're giving off tips like this. If you don't want the company to know what you're Googling, what are you Googling that the company can't know?
The company being like Google in this case.
Oh, okay.
Not the company we work for.
Okay, that's what. Okay, I am looking to see if there's an There's an emoji. Emojipedia, there's no app for that. But, you can get different fonts. Gosh.
Get different fonts?
Yeah. There's a fonts app so that you can get a fonts and emoji keyboard so that when you're typing your text, you have different fonts. Fancy. I figured there'd be an Emojipedia app that I could check in on. But you can just go to emojipedia.com.
Right. Or you could do the thing where you pin it to your home screen so it seems like an app.
True. True. Yeah, that's true. Pin it to your home screen. Oh, the old home screen.
You can set DuckDuckGo as your default search engine, and then when you tap and hold on something on the internet, you can then hit search, and it'll do it for you that way.
Matt, you should have, what do they call them? Tutorials. Good Lord. I was like, free trial.
Yeah, one day you called them seminars.
Seminars. Why is tutorial so hard? I don't know. But good morning. This is Matt again. I'm going to teach you how to use your home screen a little bit more efficiently. I'll save you 5 minutes, and it'll save you a text to the person most techie in your life going, how do I? Yeah, I used to do that a lot. And Monty would say, well, let's Google it. I'm like, oh, yeah, Google. Let's do that. So smart.
That's pretty handy. Tell you what. All right. Hey.
Yes, Matt. That little giggle before you said my name has me nervous on a lot of levels.
Right. People like to get us feedback.
I love feedback.
And they like to do it in a variety of different ways. Sometimes they'll send us a message. Maybe they'll do a Facebook deal there. Or maybe they'll call our boss or whatever.
And sometimes it's not good feedback, but it's feedback. And I like feedback.
Right. Every once in a while, it's not positive feedback.
Right.
But we got sometimes we get incorrect feedback. So yesterday we were talking about Alex Trebek.
Yes.
And you were talking about this contestant that you saw, this clip, where you said this man of Indian descent was talking about how he learned English watching Jeopardy with his, I think it was his grandpa, right? Like sitting on his grandpa's lap.
Yeah, he was sitting on his grandpa's lap. Yep.
And so look at that. You made it on to Jeopardy. So you shared this story. It was really nice. And someone called to complain that it's not Indian, Kate. It's Native American. And we were like, huh, have you not heard of this country called India before? And that people come from this country? And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. Not to, be mean about the person that totally missed that you said it correctly.
No, not to be mean, but this person was of Indian descent from the country of India. And I do appreciate the conscientiousness of saying Native American, because I am blown away of all the people who still say Indians when we were talking about Native Americans.
Okay, right.
It drives me crazy. And still in some of the books that my kids are reading, I'm like, this was not that long ago that these books were printed. They should know better.
Here we go.
I know. So it drives me crazy when somebody will say, well, the Indians don't care. Well, those aren't Indians. They're Native Americans. But this particular case, Mr. Bert Thacker, he won a tight game, and he was from India, making him Indian, which only makes me think that this person only heard half of what I said, didn't know the video that I was talking about, which, by the way, super viral. Over 650,000 times it's been viewed just on Twitter alone.
I don't know. Is that much? There's a lot of people in the world, if you think about it.
Okay, but this is just Twitter. This isn't like all platforms.
Right.
This is just Twitter. So if you add in the other platforms, of which I don't have those numbers.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, even out of context, you should know if you're like from, Indian, Indian descent. I forget how exactly you phrased it. I think it was probably something like that, right? It's man of Indian descent.
Right, and he learned how to speak English from Alex Trebek. Like Native Americans don't know how to speak English? I think it was forced upon them a couple of centuries ago, right?
Okay.
See, that was rude. That was rude. And I went too far, and I beg your pardon.
Right. See, this is why I was like, is this something worth sharing on
I
the
know.
air or not?
Sorry about that. I do, but to be fair, I really do like feedback. And I'm sure there are things that I have said wrong, especially on copper. You say a little too justified there. You do.
I don't think so. I think it's mostly me. Aren't I the one that gets in trouble?
No, I think you're the one who calls me out. You're like, copper piping. What? No, I know that I put myself out there, that I could be saying things incorrect. So maybe that's why I'm a little frustrated. I'm like, I got something right and somebody's calling me wrong. So I do like feedback, and I know I'm going to hear more feedback.
Right. I didn't think it was anything to get angry about. I just thought it was funny.
I'm not angry, but oh man, come on. I mean, that means you had to take a step to call because it wasn't an email, right, Matt? Someone made a call, right?
When I heard someone called the front desk and said, hey, and they were very nice about it.
Yeah.
And was like, Kate had said
Kate did.
Indian and it's Native American.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know whether
here's my email,
or if they said
Kate
the show or
.Brennan BRENNAN at eagleradio.net. Let's just send the feedback there.
Oh, okay.
I know, because don't you think if it's supposed to go to us, you want to reach us, right?
But they may want to get you fired, Kate.
Okay. Again, Kate.Brennan. I'll go ahead and send that email on. I'll forward it. Have you ever emailed or have you ever called a radio station or TV station or newspaper to say, oh, you got this wrong?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I called radio stations all the time when I was in high school. It was to request songs.
I was going to say, yeah. Sure, we encourage people to call the radio station.
Can you call?
But you're saying, had I ever call some media outlet to complain?
Yeah.
No. It's a bizarre thing to do. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Let me go. Let me go ahead and see if I can get some complaints about me thinking it's weird to call a radio station to complain about something that was said on the radio. I don't know.
You know what? Okay, so the station I used to work at,
I get myself in trouble.
We got several phone calls because one of our agency ads, which a little radio talk, it's like not a local ad, it's a national company, and they would play commercials on our station, okay? So it was a Trojan commercial, Trojan condoms, okay? It would constantly play at a certain point, but because our the way it was placed, it wasn't a manually placed commercial, so it just would shuffle through. It never failed, Matt. It always came right after one of our promos talking about the kids in the DARE program in our community. And we got so many calls from educators, mostly, saying, can you not play the Trojan commercial right before or after we talk about the kids in the community? I thought, well, hey, they're listening. You guys picking up on this is a good win for radio advertising, but we don't have any control over that. Sorry. Got a lot of calls about Trojan commercials.
All right. Meanwhile, at this current radio station, we're much better at doing things like that. I don't know. I give up.
Okay.
By the way, I would like to once again applaud myself for the restraint I showed at a phrase that you said during that little thing right there.
Oh no! What did I say?
When you're talking when you were talking about the condoms, yeah.
Meaning I said something wrong, or you could have added to it by being really funny.
No, you didn't say anything wrong, but you said something that I really could have latched onto and made quite dirty. So, whatever.
You want to now?
I just
you want to keep this for the podcast.
Yeah, you said something like, "Oh yeah, and then it came," or something like that. I forget. I'm not going to be able to.
Oh yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah, just like yeah. I had a hard time paying attention to the rest of what you were saying after you. I was like, don't interrupt.
Don't go
interrupt.
There. Don't.
It came what? It came what?
What? I appreciate that because I probably would have snorted on that one. I maybe spit my water out.
Right.